With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's the bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Well, here we are at Othello's Italian Restaurant on a Monday. It is Monday, October the 2nd. Can you believe we're into October already?
Brand new month, my friend. You know what? It doesn't matter all the mistakes you made last month. This is the month you can go ahead and make those mistakes right.
And it must be that early part of the month where they got to make their quota out there on the Broadway extension today. I saw numerous motorists being pulled over by the motorcycle guys because maybe they were going 5 or 10 over the limit. All I know is early part of the month, get that quota in, guys. Come on. There you go. Anyway, we've got a whole lot of crap to cover here today on this Jack and Ron #1 video podcast in America.
Oh, we're not going to talk about OU, Texas, are we?
We might. I mean, it's going to be a little. It's going to be a little dangerous, I'm sure.
Yeah,
We should.
I see them running a lot of old promos for OU, Texas, and it's, you know, he's gonna beat the hell out of Texas, and then go down there and get our butts beat. But I think this may be a change.
We're hoping,
Yeah.
for sure, no doubt about it. Yeah. Coming up today, we got Too Tough Trivia here in just a flash, and we got some great audio for you today. We've got Sleezy Trashy Show Biz report, news of the I'll be damned, Tri-Bond, as well as the dumbass joke of the day. And believe me, when I say the dumbass joke of the day, really bad today, I promise you, I've been having a hard time finding.
What did you
really
do
good
this
material.
weekend, man?
I've been busting my tail trying to find good stuff going. I'm glazing through the internet, glazing through books, scanning everything I can to find good joke material.
Did you have an old Playboy?
That's what I needed to have.
Yeah,
I should have.
I mean that's one that you'll find them there, you know, already ready, or
Ready
you
to
can,
go.
or you can edit them just slightly, you know,
Yeah.
if need be. Next time you get stuck, man. Oh, they don't put out Playboy anymore, do they?
I think maybe it's an online
Yeah, I think it's
publication.
Playboy.com at this point.
All right. Well, hey, by the way, we got to mention the fact that we're at Othello's Italian Restaurant.
Yep.
They allow us to come in here every Monday at 1 o'clock Central Time and totally go buck wild and go to town. And they also have a restaurant down there in Norman, Campus Corner. When you're down there for the OU games, make sure you stop in at Othello's on Campus Corner. It's great Italian food. You're going to love it, whether it's Edmond or Norman. Plus, we got to say hey to the great folks at Flash Holler. Flash Holler. You want to know what they're all about? Go to Flash Holler, FLASHOLR.com. FlashHoller.com.
And don't forget about Mom and Dad's house too, associated with Flash Holler.
Holler.
Yeah.
I might make mention of the fact that we always tell you Uber transports people, Flash Holler transports merchandise. Doesn't matter if it's a washer or dryer, pair of shoes, whatever it might be that you need moved from one place to another. They can take care of it, and we'll tell you more about them and their association with Mom and Dad's house here in just a little bit. What else we got? Well, we might as well kick it off with Too Tough Trivia, which is what we always do.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Who were the first passengers in the very first hot air balloon?
I want to say
Humans.
royalty from England. I want to say like the Queen or a prince or something from the UK.
Interesting.
A dog. No, monkey.
A monkey.
Interesting.
One monkey don't steal the whole show.
I could tell you who's closest. I could tell you who's right. Well, I'll tell you who's right now. Neither of you. But at the same time, one of you is pretty close.
All right.
But we'll find out a little bit later on.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this much: the flight took 8 minutes. Like I said, it was the very, very first hot air balloon
Wow.
trip.
All right. We'll find out here at the end of this podcast about 55 minutes from right now. Meanwhile, we got to do this thing we call asinine trivia. Trivia so easy, it's asinine.
Oh, look, he's ready, man. Look at it.
We quiz Richard, our executive producer, the guy who runs all the gear and sets all this stuff up each week. We hit him with this just for fun to kind of tax his brain, make sure he's still on all hitting on all cylinders. Trivia so easy, it's asinine. Question number 1. What is the first letter in the alphabet?
A.
You got it.
Hey.
Number 2. This may take a little thought. Number 2, when a male dog lifts its legs, it's about to do what?
Which legs?
Say its left leg.
The front or the back?
Rear.
It's about to pee.
You got it. Woo!
Oh, man.
That's at the front.
that
He's
took
about to make babies.
Oh, no. Why do you always got to go there? All right, finally.
He's right. Haven't you seen him?
Oh, I have. Doggone anyway. Number 3, final question. Name the 2 guys who have won more broadcast awards than any other broadcasters in Oklahoma and who also enjoy inserting a maraschino cherry in each other's navel to see who can use those tummy muscles to squeeze and pop out the cherry pit first while standing naked in a hot tub filled with Cool Whip, and who also perform the #1 video podcast in America.
And why are they still allowed to be walking around free?
Jack and Ron.
You got it. Jack and Ron. Dang.
That's pure entertainment right there. Can you imagine that? Like,
Wow, what a great video that would be.
You guys, like, are y'all naked in this?
Well,
or y'all got like
semi-naked. I mean,
okay,
what did
so
it say?
y'all like towels.
Yeah, it did say standing naked in a hot tub filled with Cool Whip.
Is it like in like a bar, or you guys like in like a? I don't know. Every time you say that, my imagination just goes.
Oh, you just go buck wild with that imagination. All
Tame
right.
that imagination of yours, man.
Here's something pretty interesting. A graphic designer by the name of Berkey Belzer passed away at the age of 76 last week. Why is it so interesting? 76 years old, Pet. He's the guy who developed the nutrition facts label that you see on all food packaging. He died Monday at his home in Bethesda, Maryland last Monday. His wife revealed it was bladder cancer, not because he had a bad diet. His nutrition label debuted in 1994 after Congress passed the Nutrition Labeling and Education Act. And we're still using it 30 years later.
What was his name?
Belzer is his last name, Belser. Berkey Belzer.
I wonder how much money he was worth.
I wonder. That's a good question.
Well, now, was it his job, or was he just doing that because that's the right thing to do?
No one does that.
I don't know.
Well, I kind of agree with you. Nobody does stuff for the right reason.
Well,
got to make a buck.
His design was praised for being simple, straightforward, easy to understand. We still, I pick it up and go, how many fat grams are in this? How many calories? I do it all the time. Anyway, President Clinton gave him a Presidential Design Award for it. And the head of the FDA back then still calls him an absolute genius. So there you go. Rest in peace, man. The guy who developed the nutritional.
You'll find
sheet.
that a lot of people that do things that sort of shake up the norm, they always get all of this praise after they're dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's which
I mean, I never heard his name until now. And now why?
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
You're right.
And especially, I'm sure you had to divulge enough information about you shouldn't be eating this.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be eating those Cheerios. Sure, they say that, but this is what you get along with it. And it's nuts.
Now you're
man.
scaring me because I usually have a little half cup of Cheerios every morning.
See, I like Wheaties.
Do you?
Yeah, but see, with Wheaties, you got to eat them real fast.
Otherwise, they get too soggy.
That's it, man. So
Cheerios sustain and they hold their texture a little longer.
Yeah,
but
hardness.
Yeah,
the hardness.
Yeah, and I mean, I only eat a half a cup of them. I blaze through them so fast, and I always use almond milk.
Me too. Did you ever make your own almond milk?
I've never made my own almond milk, but
how do you do that?
I love almond milk.
Take some almonds, wash them out, blend them with some water, and then strain it. There you go.
Wait a minute.
I can go to the store and buy it.
Say that again. You do what?
Buy a bunch of almonds, wash them, blend them up with some water.
Oh, okay.
Strain it, and then boom, there's your milk.
Well, come on, man. That's way too much work. I just buy it right
I
off
was
the
about
shelf.
to say, I can just, as I'm walking by, getting some, some Coffee Mate or something like that.
Yep.
I can just reach in there and just grab that and call it good.
You can.
What's your favorite brand of almond milk? Mine is Almond Breeze.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I'm a Breeze type of guy.
Yeah, because I've tried Silk, and it's just not my
Silk,
cup of tea,
I
so
feel
to
like
speak.
Silk is thick.
Yeah, I like Almond Breeze.
Why it's so thick?
And you know what? I like that Almond Breeze. That's it's got a little more sugar in it. Like yeah,
Vanilla?
just the vanilla.
yeah.
It's so
Especially
good.
with
It's not
cereal.
much sugar, but it's just
Especially
enough.
with cereal.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Now, see, here's the bad part about it. I no longer drink milk. I no longer eat cereal.
Wow.
And
I don't drink milk,
milk
but
either,
I got to have a little almond milk on my cereal.
see, me, it's just You just toss it.
Oh, you're a tosser.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Well, yeah. I mean, I just saw so much. They were talking about
Cereal
boy.
is wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been a while since I ate cereal too.
Yeah, and seeing this with milk, they were saying, the milk you get from a cow is
Kind of weird.
It's kind of weird. They call it cow snot because of where it comes from.
Oh yeah, the mother.
And then you grab the wrong udder.
Ooh.
And see what happens.
I've gone to almond milk strictly for my cereal. I don't use it on anything except my cereal, and I just have that little half cup of Cheerios each day. I had some this morning, as a matter of fact.
I make it with my oatmeal.
Oh, oatmeal will be good with those too, with almond milk. Yeah. Hey, here's another quick story for you. And maybe this has happened to you in the past. Let us know on our Facebook page, by the way. If you're checking us out here on Facebook, let us know about if this ever happened to you. A 27-year-old guy accidentally sent a nude photo of his wife to his entire family. Oh, and hers. They had just gotten married. They were on their honeymoon. He shared a bunch of pics from their trip, including one of her totally nude in the hot tub.
What was the pose?
That's a determining factor, right?
Yeah, it really is, man. I mean, if she's covered up with a bunch of soap suds, that bubbles stuff like that's one thing. But do you remember the pose?
I don't remember the pose, but I believe it would be considered a. Anyway, it all went to her family and his family. Apparently they all got a big kick out of it because it was just a mistake. You ever done that? Something like that? Sent a picture that you didn't intend to go to somebody, to a bunch of people that it went to? You can respond on our Facebook page, Jack and Ron, if you're watching. Go ahead and let us know if you've ever done that before.
Or I'll tell you what, you can go ahead and give us a shout right now at 405-509-5030 to let us know about your most embarrassing photograph and exactly how it went awry. Because I was going to mention this, and it's like a perfect lead-in to this.
Yeah.
The average person has over 2,700 photographs in their phone.
I'll bet I do.
2,700, and I'm just like, well, when do you go back to number one and start thumbing them?
You have what?
I've uploaded nudes on Facebook before.
You've uploaded nudes on Facebook?
Local nudes or national nudes?
No, like my body nudes.
Really?
Yeah, it was an accident.
Like you?
Oh, an accident.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to
upload
upload like a profile picture or something like that.
I thought you were bragging about hey, I uploaded nudes.
Yeah, and you ought to see all the requests I got.
Yeah. You can go to my page right now.
You ought to see all the guys that are hitting on me.
Hey, look at that list.
That's one of those things when you look back at the time when you're putting it up, there's no problem. Everything is okay. Then as time goes on, your lifestyle changes and everything else. Then you go back and look at those same pictures, and what was I thinking?
It was bad when I did. I was supposed to just upload like a picture of me smiling, and I accidentally uploaded
nudes.
Yeah.
Nice.
See, I look at it this way. If you can't handle a camera, you shouldn't be uploading anything.
And here's my truth of all. I've never taken a nude photo of myself. Okay, I've never had a photo of
taken of you.
No, nobody's ever taken a nude photo
that you know
of.
of.
Yeah.
That I know of, unless a neighbor lady or something, maybe.
Yeah, a lot of people calling about your house right now.
Peering through the window.
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, are they really interested in the house or the house owner?
Asset.
Never know. Got to say hi to Mike Lauderdale, who's checking us out. Says, afternoon, guys. Thanks, Mike. Hey, share this Jack and Ron Facebook video with all your friends on Facebook. Go ahead and share it, would you? I got some audio we want to share. This is pretty cool. A group in Salt Lake City. Listen to the tip they gave to a restaurant owner and the staff. This was to the entire staff at the restaurant. They gave a $10,000 tip to the restaurant owner and staff. Here is Alfonso Brito, the owner of a restaurant known as Monarca. Sounds pretty high end.
We're about to leave. They said, hey, Alfonso, can you come with your crew? We want to thank you because we have a great time. And I said, of course. He just pulled out of his pocket $10,000 and 100s.
Just such a cool experience to be able to give back a little bit.
Was first the owner of the restaurant, and then that very last piece was Stephen Harward, who was one of the people who gave a tip. He pulled $10,000. Who carries $10,000 around in their pocket?
Oh, what about what the boxer
Floyd
Mayweather?
Floyd Mayweather.
He carries $1 million around with him.
I hope he's getting. Well, obviously,
But he has security.
Yeah,
He's got- I was gonna
in
say,
fact,
he's
he's
got-
not carrying it himself. Security, this big
yeah.
6'10", 400-pound guy is carrying the.
Their
hulking.
pockets are pretty thick with $10,000.
Oh, yeah, I
Even
would
in
think so.
hundreds, That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Even hundreds, 10,000 is
I wonder the owner saying, "You're not going to put this up, are you? Because not everybody's getting some of
Yeah,
this money."
seriously. What kind of tip out does that get?
Yeah, all right.
All right, we got Audrey. Is it Audrey Y? Howard Harris. Audrey,
Yes.
Audrey V or Audrey Y?
That's a
Y. Okay,
Yeah.
Audrey Y. Howard Harris checking us out. Thank you, Audrey. Appreciate you checking.
What? You don't say anything? Huh? Okay.
Anyway, we got to take. Is it time for a break already? Oh yeah. Oh, this is the only break we take in the show, though. We'll come back here in a flash with more audio. News of the I'll be damned. We've got Sleazy Trashy Show Biz, Dumbass Joke, Tri-Bond, and of course the answer to Too Tough Trivia.
And that's not all, my friend.
Oh.
For those of you who have children, do you love your child enough to just give in to their demands? Do you?
Sometimes.
All right.
Sometimes.
Got news for you
They just
about
wear you
that.
out.
Yeah, I got news for you when we get back on parents giving in to their children's demands.
All right. Hang on. We'll take a break and be right back. Don't go away.
Hey, Jack, BK, I need some wings. Are you guys up there?
Affirmative. Your backup is cloud-based. It's all on the cloud nowadays.
That's funny. But do you guys have the wings?
Winger, Jack. Winger. Winger. Hey, they had a couple of big hits back in the 80s, remember? Winger, big hair.
Great wings don't just fall from the sky. They come from Louie's, where we're preparing food fresh daily. Come try one of our great new sandwiches. Or wings with any of 7 delicious sauces. Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
We've got this down to a science. Over. Yeah, we're just not up here winging it.
Hey, Al, I thought we were meeting at Othello's.
Hey, Jack, I am at Othello's.
Well, I'm looking around and I don't see you. Well, wait, are you at Othello's in Edmond?
No, I'm at Othello's in Campus Corner in Norman.
Oh, great. Well, fortunately, both Othello's have great Italian food.
They sure do, and I'm having the baked ziti.
Ooh, I'm having chicken marsala.
Let's continue with the meeting.
Yeah, sure thing, over the phone, but I need one thing.
What's that?
Your credit card number, because you're buying. Othello's Italian Restaurant on Campus Corner in Norman and in downtown Edmond.
You bought it online, and now you need to haul that big couch. Flash hauler it. Bought a washer or dryer and need to transport it from the seller's location to yours? Flash hauler it. Have office furniture to move across town? Flash hauler it. Car breakdown and you need a tow? Flash hauler it. Anytime you need furniture or appliances moved or need a tow, Flash hauler it. Haul it, tow it, deliver it with Flash Hauler. Download the Flash Hauler app free. Do it now. Flash Hauler. All right, we're back. Oh, and speaking of Flash Hauler, they are now the game changers in the moving industry. We've told you that Uber moves people and transports individuals, but Flash Hauler transports merchandise, and they've got these service providers that can do everything. They can move furniture, they can do storage moves, office moves, entire house moves, and
Maybe
now
need that refrigerator moved, huh? Try that. I don't care how big your two-wheeler is. You're not moving that bad boy.
That or that baby grand piano called Flash Hauler. They're the ones you go to their website, Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR.com. A lot less expensive than all the other guys in town and a lot more professional. They can get it from point A to point B in a relatively short period of time. And now they've teamed up with Mom and Dad's house.
That's right. Are you downsizing or maybe you're moving into a senior living facility? It happens, and there's nothing wrong with that. Do you need to sell your house first? Okay, yeah, you got all the kids out of the house, and after you ask them very nicely to leave, the headaches of moving is just too much stuff you have to deal with.
Yeah,
that's just piled up.
Yeah,
and what you need to do is check out Mom and Dad's house because you don't have to worry about making repairs before you sell your house. And at the same time, Flash Hauler will help you move all that stuff out of that house. And if you need to, they have storage for you. That's right, storage units. and portable storage as well. So, hey, Flash Hauler has it all covered, especially with their association with Mom and Dad's House.
Easy to get to them, too. Just go on the web, that internet thing, flashhauler.com, flashholr.com. You can get all the information you need right there. And, they are now the game changers in the moving industry. Flash Hauler, flashholr.com. Check them out today. Or we get email from people. We get all these people with problems, people in crisis, people who go, hey, Jack and Ron, what am I going to do? I soiled myself. So we come to the rescue.
Yeah, if you soil yourself, just stay away from me. That's all you have to do. There was a little bit of a problem with this particular email because I didn't know exactly how to tackle it because it deals with religion.
Oh.
Here we go. Dear Jack and Ron, how do you tell your kid about faith? My daughter goes to church every Sunday and prays every night. She says she's wanting us to be blessed with a lottery win. Says she is nice.
Join the crowd.
She's nice, gets good grades, and wants to know how long is it going to take for her to get the lottery win for us.
Wow.
Well, I'll tell you about faith, dude. You can talk all you want to about it. As a matter of fact, that may be the thing to really push. You got to have faith that you're going to wake up the next day, things of that nature. Also, since you've been asking too, you can explain, well, gee, maybe God thinks that this house is just too greedy. Everybody's asking for a lottery win. Just back off, maybe pray for something else, good health for everybody or what have you. Give us some choices. And you know what? Plus, even prayers for money aren't answered right away. So ask her for more time. Just hang on. It'll happen. It may not happen while you live with us, but go ahead.
May not happen in our lifetime.
but it's going to happen. That's all I can say about faith at this time. You have to believe in that you can't see, that you don't feel, but you know is there.
Holy cow, man, you could be a preacher.
Amen.
I tell you what, and now might be a good time to play the lottery. Powerball is up to $1.04 billion. Not million, but billion. And it's over $1 billion again.
So tonight, you fall on your knees tonight.
And pray for us to win it, all right?
Yeah, that's what you need to do.
Because we'll share it with you, I promise. A modest amount, but we'll share a little bit.
When you say share it, I could see us maybe having some type of festival or something like that, in that you come and share it with us. Now, if you don't come, we went ahead, we put out the effort.
We'll go ahead. If we won the $1.04 billion, we'll have a big festival. We'll have live bands. Mm-hmm. We'll have food. We'll only charge you $15 a ticket to come in, and it'll be our treat and our thank you for having won the lottery and you guys supporting us.
So, question on this Jack and Ron Powerball Lottery Festival.
Right.
Y'all both have to pick two bands to perform. Which two bands are y'all picking to perform at this festival?
We have to each pick two, or one?
No, two together, or one each.
Okay, one each. I've got the Rolling Stones.
Ooh,
very good.
You got
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That'll be a fantastic festival.
Those are great shows, both of them. I've seen them both numerous times. I've probably seen Earth, Wind, and Fire 3 or 4 times. I've seen the Rolling Stones at least 6 or 7. Yeah, both tremendous shows. God, would that be cool?
What's your favorite song? Earth, Wind, and Fire.
After the Love Is Gone.
Oh. Rolling Stones. What's your favorite song?
Oh, God, there's so many. I like the new one, Angry.
You was talking about that last week.
God, it's a great song, Angry. But I also like Sympathy for the Devil, Gimme Shelter. Yeah. Those are pretty cool songs. Tell you that, Start Me Up. That's another good one.
I'm thinking about the groups that are out that are still around that we could prop up and they could do a show. I was thinking about the Isley Brothers as well. It's the Isley Brothers went from about 5 or 6 down to 2 now. But
pretty soon it's going to be just the Isley brother.
Yeah. That's Ronnie. That's Ronnie Isley. But, they put out some dynamite love songs and stuff. So, and we need to have at least maybe one jazz or blues artist.
Buddy Guy.
Oh, yeah.
And you know who else is really big on the blues? ZZ Top. Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. He's a blues fanatic. In fact, I saw a show one time where he just did and focused strictly on the blues. Man, he loves the blues.
Now they had, Buddy Guy was in town. I think it was last year at Riverwind. And let me tell you something. He comes out and you could see, like, I've been around for a while.
Buddy Guy's got to be 80 at least, right? Yeah.
But man, when he started strumming, and they had it where he could walk out into the audience, and he walked out into the audience. That was, he blew the top off the place. So that's good. As a matter of fact, to help publicize the Jack and Ron Lottery Winning Festival, you could go ahead and make some suggestions of your own. Not that we'll take them, but we'll at least be able to look at them and maybe select one or two from that.
There you go.
Other than the ones that we all have going on, because the festival's going to start early and end late.
No doubt about it. Yeah, that's if we win the $1.04 billion
Got to have that.
We're already planning, though. We're already planning.
That's right.
We're already
right.
planning
so
for
it. So pray for us. Sure, you want to pray for yourself, but pray for us.
Yeah, because we're going to provide this great festival, and it's only going to cost you $15 a head.
And that's all there is to it. And you know what? You know what I'm thinking, man?
Huh?
We can go ahead and print out our own lottery tickets that they can buy right there at the lottery festival.
We'll have our own private lottery.
That's it.
Yeah, where you can win $50. And so for just
we'll get all our money back.
So for just $2 a ticket, you can get in on a deal where you could win $50. So we've got all this figured out, no doubt about it. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure everybody else is. By the way, we got to say hi to my wife. Cindy is checking us out today. So is Gary Thompson. Thanks, Gary. Thanks to all you guys for checking out. Go ahead and share this Jack and Ron #1 video podcast in the world with everybody you know right now on Facebook.
Yes.
We got more audio to get to, but first, I believe Roy, the movie guy, is with us. And let's check in with Roy and see what he's got on the agenda today. Hello, Roy.
Thank you, guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Now let's talk some box office numbers and what's opening up this weekend at the box office. We'll start off with the box office numbers. Paw Patrol the Mighty Movie was #1 at $23 million. Saw X was #2 with $18 million. The Creator with $14 million. The Nun 2 with $4.7, and finally a movie called The Blind at $4.1 million. Now let's talk about what's opening up this weekend at the box office. We have The Exorcist Believer, starring Ellen Burstyn, Olivia O'Neill, Lydia Jewett, and Leslie Odom Jr. When Angela and her friend Catherine disappear into the woods, only to be discovered days later with no memory of the incident, they begin to show signs of demonic possession. It unleashes a chain of events that forces single father Victor to seek help from Chris McNeil, the only person alive who's been forever altered by what happened to her daughter 50 years ago. Rated R, with a runtime of 1 hour and 51 minutes long. And that's a look at what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Back to you guys.
Is that supposed to be the scary movie, the Halloween movie?
Yeah.
But it was supposed to come out on Friday the 13th, but Taylor Swift is releasing her concert film on Friday the 13th, and they didn't want the Friday, the haunted movie to be
the
overshadowed by.
Your Beyonce
Tay-Tay.
has a concert movie as well.
Yeah.
But, both of those two ladies are just ruling music. That's
and
all it
making
is
more
to it.
money than Ben Gump.
Good gosh.
Speaking of Taylor Swift, she was at the Chiefs game again last night. Apparently, she and Travis Kelce have become quite the item.
At first I was saying to myself, I don't believe this. For some reason, I just don't believe it. But now all of a sudden, she had a bunch of people up there with her, and she's running back and forth. And he was seen coming out of her apartment at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So is it true? Is it
love in the air?
Yeah, as she
Love is in the air, my
stopped
friend.
with other musicians, and now she's going to sports.
Because she's had her share of men. Now, I'll say this too. Travis Kelce has had his share of women. So now it's going to be a competition to see who dumps who first. Now, the first game that I saw her attend, she was actually in the box wearing a Kansas City Chiefs jersey type thing. Yeah. And she was with Travis Kelce's mom.
Donna.
Yeah. They were high-fiving each other. And then last night at the game in New York, she was with a bunch of her celebrity peers or whatever.
Yeah, and Donna, the Kelsey's mom, was with Jake, the The insurance guy. I'm serious.
Jake from Allstate.
Yeah,
Jake from State Farm.
I'm serious. Yeah, she really was. They were
It's
sitting
Jake
together.
from State Farm.
And I was
really?
saying,
What do you got on, Jake from State Farm?
I was saying, man, what the hell's going on with these Kelseys? Everybody's got to hang with showbiz now. But what happens if all of a sudden the Chiefs take a little dive? Not a permanent one, not one that's going to knock them out of the playoffs, but a little dive like that. Will they turn on her?
I think somebody said the first game the Chiefs have that she doesn't show up, that means that the relationship is on the rocks.
Well, maybe she's got another concert to do,
that could
show
be.
to do or something like that.
Well, the thing about it is, from what I understood, NBC was about to actually hit the highest ratings they've ever had for a Sunday night football game, all because Taylor Swift was. How does one person dictate that much and generate that much interest? But it's all her little Swiftie friends, her little
Taylor
followers.
Swift, I like Taylor Swift.
I do too. I don't have anything against her. She's fine.
Is she that big?
Is she what? That big?
Is she that big?
Oh yeah.
God.
She's huge.
She's a
man.
monster.
She is.
Does
huge.
it make sense though?
Well, you know what? If you're not a fan, if you're not a big fan, a rabbit fan, maybe not. But
So
she has
any rabbit fans.
If you're not a Swiftie, her little 13 to 18-year-old girls just adore her.
And what she was asking everyone, instructing them, pleading with them to go and vote. Do you know how many people went to register to vote and get ready? And you will find, how can I say this? The folks on the right aren't real happy with her because she hasn't declared one way or the other. She just wants you. She just wants you to go vote, and the folks on the right can't claim her. The folks on the left aren't trying.
Well, there you have it.
Well, and of course there's Beyonce, the Beehive.
Yeah, but
those
Bee's been
folks.
around for a while.
Yes, she has.
Tay-Tay's been around a while too, though.
Yeah, Beyonce's been around since like.
You think she's been around? Which
well,
one's
with
been?
Destiny's, when you go back to Destiny's Child,
yeah,
before.
I remember the first time I saw Taylor Swift perform. I think she was only 17, and she performed on some music venue. Maybe she was at a
was she a part of
award
Disney?
show.
She's a Disney child, isn't she?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Oh, okay.
She's just Tay-Tay.
She's too old for for that. Yeah, she was doing that country and western for a while.
Yeah.
And then
That's where she started.
That's right.
And then when she crossed over, she blew up. I mean, absolutely blew up. I remember, was that first Shake, Shake, Shake?
That song really
I remember
made
the
her
very
huge.
first time she performed that, and she couldn't shake it or didn't have enough to shake or whatever. But she's changed that now.
Yeah.
She's modified.
She's put some motor in that thing.
Yeah. maybe Kelsey helped her with that.
God, she's been with Harry Styles. Who else has she been with?
Ed Sheeran for a while.
Ed Sheeran,
And
God, she's been with a lot of guys. So we'll see how long this one lasts.
Now, do you think they're just going together, or that they're actually christening the relationship each time? Because if that's the case,
if you're flying through guys, or I think if you're having like multiple partner relationships, you're definitely christening.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to think that they're just like holding hands, and that's as far as it goes.
That's how we all want to think. Taylor Swift's got
She's bringing him a malt or something.
Yeah.
Like something for
I want to
you.
think they could appear in a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Is that why he's leaving her apartment at 11 o'clock in the morning?
Because he got there at 10.
At 6.
He got there at 10 in the morning. She made him some scrambled eggs. He ate his breakfast and left. That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
They never talked about what time he arrived.
Yeah,
but that's
true.
beside the point. But anyway, we need to go on because
we got audio.
Yes.
Big audio for you. Here's one for you. Oh my God, you're going to love this. This partially falls under news of the I'll be damned. A Massachusetts man is facing multiple charges after being accused of running a dental office in the back of a convenience store. How convenient.
Well, you got to have it somewhere.
Yeah. Juan Hermida Munoz was arrested for allegedly performing dentistry inside of the store, a convenience store.
Brother, I can't pronounce your name. You're not sticking your hand in my mouth.
Here's Police Chief Robbie Tusino He's talking about what authorities found at that convenience store.
Tooth extrication instruments to implant instruments. We had a couple of our detectives head over there, and there was a pretty significant dental operation going out back. I mean, you're talking about dental surgery. There are a lot of patients that have to be pre-dosed with antibiotics because of heart conditions. I'm sure his intent is not to infect somebody or do a bad job, but unfortunately, the safeguards aren't in place. The regulation's not in place. So it's really a sad situation.
All right, I just need a Slurpee, a pack of gum, and can you remove this tooth that's abscessed?
Yeah, we're worried about that right now. Remember when we were young, or at least I was, if there was a bad tooth, here comes mom, dad, or the grandparents with a pair of pliers.
Yeah.
And they say, okay, open up.
That was generally with your baby teeth,
and
though.
It's like, yank, oh gosh, that's, I'll tell you, going to the dentist is one of the scarier doctors I can go to, man. That's just.
I'm going to the dentist after this.
You're going to the dentist after the show?
Yeah, just to clean.
Wow.
Just to clean.
Yeah.
What? Don't you do that with a toothbrush?
Yeah, but
but I get
like 2 free cleanings a year. So.
I do too.
Well, you might as well if it's free.
I go get 2 cleanings a year.
Yeah, my dentist will send me a notice. They don't ask me to choose. They say you'll be here on this day. And
I know when mine is coming up. My next date is in the month of March, and then it'll probably be back in June. Every 6 months I'm in there, and they're grinding away on them. But I try to floss every day. I brush every day, obviously. And when I have started doing all that, it seems less of a grind going in to get them cleaned, because if you're taking better care of your teeth and done all those things, they don't have to chisel away at the plaque.
As soon as I got an Oral-B, doing my teeth wasn't that big of a problem. I could just stand there, and the last time I went in, they commented that I was taking very, very good care of my teeth, which is
very nice.
Which was great. And nobody looked for any, instruments to make any permanent adjustments.
Nothing better than good oral hygiene. All right,
Thank you.
We got to get to news of the I'll be damned. Get this: somebody in Philadelphia stole a shop vac from the bed of a pickup truck. Did this last Thursday.
Philadelphia?
Philadelphia.
Well, I will say this. For Philadelphia, that's really not that unusual.
Here's a part that is unusual.
Okay.
Stole the shop vac from the bed of a pickup truck, but the real story is what was inside the vacuum. Hundreds of angry hornets.
Yay!
The truck happened to belong to a guy named Don, who owns a pest control business called Philadelphia Bee Company. He had just removed a hornet's nest from a property, and he used the shop vac to suck up hundreds of hornets, angry hornets. He even posted it on Facebook saying, "To the poor soul who lifted the shop vac out of the back of my truck, I wanted to give you a heads up." He said the hornets were probably extra angry after being removed, and it wasn't just a normal nest. It happened to have a ton of queens in it. No. Yeah, no word on who stole the shop vac, or if they ever opened it, or if they did, if they're still alive.
I would think you could check most of the time your local clinic or hospital for those who are
more than likely
from multiple hornet stings.
I had one other quick story for you from our file of Jack and Ron's news of the I'll be damned. A woman in Florida is facing charges after she stole a young alligator so she could do a photo shoot. She kept the alligator in a bathtub of her hotel room. How about that? The woman's name is Madison, and she allegedly used to work at a place called Croc Encounters in Tampa. Mm-hmm. She doesn't... I'll be damned. She doesn't work there anymore, believe it or not, but she still had the keys to the business. So that's how she snuck inside and borrowed, as she said, borrowed the alligator for a photo shoot that she was doing for her birthday. How cute. Anyway, she's been charged with animal neglect and cruelty and all that crap. Yeah. So there you go. News of the I'll be damned.
All right. It works for me.
Yeah. We got to get to more audio for you. A woman on TikTok. Oh, this is a good one. A woman on TikTok is telling her story about an unusual date she recently had. She wasn't the only one that the guy invited on the date. This is Megan James.
Is this the Bachelor or the Bachelorette?
It sounds like one of those two.
Or the
she wasn't the only female invited out on the date.
Okay.
Here she is talking about it. Check it out.
Yeah.
I met this guy on a dating app. They bring us to our table and they seat us at this four-top, which honestly isn't that weird if you think about it. We're really only sitting there for like maybe 2 minutes before this girl walks up. So all the girls are just introducing each other. He'd scheduled this date at the same time with all three of us to meet at this place. He was trying to speed up his process of finding the perfect three-way.
Or the perfect wine.
The perfect wine. I like the other. I think has
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it has a lot more continuity to it. When the perfect three-way. Is there such a thing?
I don't know. Never been involved enough to find out. All right. Well, there you go.
Oh, wait a minute. I better hurry up.
Can you imagine that he apparently met them or one of those Match.com deals online. And so he found 3 different. So he individually invited each of them thinking, oh, she was just going to meet him. And then the other one thought the same. So all of a sudden he shows up and 3 women show up for the same date.
See, I think that's good. Now, I think he did some choice picking because they did show up.
Right.
The mere fact that they did show up let you know that there was a small but distinct possibility he could be right about all of that.
And most likely he is going to pay for all 3 meals, right?
Well, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So they all got dinner.
Yeah. And ladies, how many times has dinner turned into a wrestling match at the end of the evening?
Well, there you go. All right, we got to get to, oh my God, is it time already for
wait a minute.
Sleezy Trashy Show Biz report.
Well, let's get right to it. We were talking about this a little bit earlier. Travis Kelce was seen leaving Taylor Swift's apartment yesterday morning.
Uh-huh.
She attended the Chiefs game with Hugh Jackman, Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, and Sophie Turner. I remember last time it was just her and the Kelce's mom.
Yeah.
Now she's bringing her posse with her. So there you go. Kanye West called Cardi B an Illuminati plant, igniting a possible feud between those two. I saw Kanye's new woman, and she's a very forward-thinking woman.
All right.
Cops did a welfare check on Britney Spears after her video where she's playing with knives was shown.
Damn, I didn't see that one.
Her security said that she was okay.
I'm not
going to do that. I'm not going to take security's word for this. I want to see her. I want to make sure that she is okay.
Every time I go to Instagram, one of her videos, not every time, but quite often one of her videos will pop up that she's done. And she's always doing these, wearing some real skimpy nothingness, and doing some real trashy looking dancing.
Oh, trashy?
She's not,
no, artful.
No, she looks trashy, man. As much as I used to love Britney Spears,
but you watch it every day, don't you?
No, I go, man. She just looks a lot trashier than she ever did.
I think it's so perfect. Even the makeup.
Yeah, the makeup and everything looks way done.
Well, you have to understand how this child, and I say child, from the time she was very, very young, was controlled by her parents with that conservatorship. She couldn't do what she wanted to do, couldn't go where she wanted to go. And she may be overreaching right about now. But I look at her situation and I say, if I had all that money, knowing that my family's getting a good chunk of it, and I can't do what I want to, I can't go where I want to, I'd go, I'd turn loose, man. I won't tell you how.
I'd do what I'd like to do too, but I just look at the videos that I see and I think, God, you just don't look good, girl.
Yeah, well, I thought she looked pretty good, but that's
really,
yeah, it was especially the one. Especially the one with that pole.
Woo, I saw that too, and I thought, God, you look like you ought to be just. I don't know, working at the dog pound or something.
Remember, you're associating her with the Britney Spears of old.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you have to look at. This young lady, remember they did the same thing with Miley Cyrus when she was Hannah Montana?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden she's swinging on a ball naked.
Yeah, but I think Miley has come out looking classy in that regard.
Wait a minute, she's on a ball swinging back and forth naked?
That was classy, Miley. Yeah.
I'm still laughing at the dog pound.
Yeah.
The dog pound.
Oh, Britney Spears working at the dog pound, man, I tell you.
Hey, well, Mick Jagger says if the Stones ever sold their post-1971 music, their catalog,
right,
profits would go to charity. He says his kids don't need $500 million.
I read that too. He said, just give it to charity.
Yep.
$500 million because he said his kids are set. And his kids, grandkids, and his kids, everybody in that.
Yeah, sometimes I get concerned about that. My kids, everybody wants to leave their kids in a better position than they were at that same age. But sometimes you just can't.
Yeah.
And, you have to get ready to say, hey, I'd like to help you. I'd like to leave you with all of this, put the gun down, but I just can't do it.
Years ago, I had an accountant years ago who used to tell me, look, you don't worry about what you're going to leave your kid. Let them make their own damn money.
See, I
spend
believe in
your
that.
money. Yeah.
Yeah,
spend your money and enjoy it. Don't worry about leaving stuff for your kids. Let them make their own money.
That's right. You got yours. Let them get theirs.
That's it.
All right. Some people did not like Disney making The Little Mermaid black. Remember all of that controversy about that? Well, it got news for you, baby. Disney's now making a new movie about Santa Claus. Who is Santa Claus? Danny Glover.
All right.
And Kim Kardashian, Tom Brady, they were talking about them possibly flirting with each other. They got into a bidding war over a painting. And after she said she had about 11 shots, she says, I got a crush on Tom.
On Tom Brady?
Yeah, on Tom Brady. And, of course, I don't know who saw it, but it seems that America's Got Talent, Heidi Klum, was surprised at how many people booed for the winner that was chosen.
That was the guy with the dogs, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Man, it was pretty impressive what he trained the dog to do and how the dog would jump over his back and do different. Did you see any of it? I mean, it was really impressive.
No.
But again, there were so many other talents that were impressive.
I was watching Hell's
Singers
Kitchen.
And performers. Hell's Kitchen. There's so many other performers. I mean, they had some acrobatic people who could have easily performed in Cirque du Soleil and different things. Like they had this card magician, this female did card magic. I mean, it was like, how did she do that? I mean, there were just a whole lot of great talent, and I think it's gotten to the point where if somebody's favorite doesn't win, then they're going to boo.
So the dog was the guy and the dog. Well, I'll put it this way:
the show's going to the dogs.
If you feel that way about it, I guarantee you, those who were in the top 5. I don't think they're going to have a problem finding a gig.
They won't. And the thing is, I think quite a few people thought, and I'm talking about general audience members, there's no way the dog guy's going to win. I just don't think anybody figured that the dog guy would win. The guy and his dog. But
for those who don't know, what did the dog do?
Anything you wanted it to. He had like this whole routine. The dog would jump over his back. The dog would do this. He would get he would get a newspaper, give it to. It was like, how did he train this dog to do all this?
I've seen some folks when you talk about picking up the newspaper and stuff like that. I've seen dogs do that all the time.
You ain't seen this dog. I mean, this dog get it.
Did he open it and read it too?
I'm telling you what, this dog was pretty impressive. And he worked so well with the trainer and the guy himself.
Yeah.
They just pretty impressive. Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
That's your Hollywood update, baby.
And now this is your dumbass joke of the day. This is where we have 3 extremely cheesy jokes, and I even warned Richard and Ron before we went on. The jokes today are really weak. But just as we said, they're always cheesy. We got joke number 1. We of course asked Ron to pick one of the cheesy jokes, so Ron gets to pick his cheese. Number 1, the cab driver. Number 2, watch my car. Number 3, grandpa. Again, the cab driver, watch my car, grandpa.
The cab driver, is that what you said?
Yeah, cab driver.
And what was the other one?
Watch my car and then grandpa.
Let's go with the cab driver.
All right, passenger taps the cab driver on the shoulder to ask him something. The driver screams, loses control of the car, and nearly hits a bus, goes up on the sidewalk, just almost ran into a shop. And for a second, everything went quiet in the cab, and then the driver said, look, mister, don't you ever do that again. You scared the daylights out of me. And the passenger goes, man, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that would scare you so much. And the driver says, well, it shouldn't, but, it's not really your fault. Today's my first day as a cab driver. I've been driving a hearse for the past 25 years. Okay. I know. I said they were weak.
Funeral humor.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. A tourist climbed out of his car in downtown Washington, D.C. He said to a man standing nearby, "Hey, listen, I'm going to be only a couple minutes. I got to run in here and pick something up. Would you watch my car while I go into the store?" And the guy goes, "What? Do you realize I am a member of the United States Senate?" Yeah. And the guy goes, "Well, no, I didn't, but it's all right. I'll trust you anyway." Okay. I told you they weren't.
Yeah. You know what? Considering these days and times, that you kind of almost hit the bullseye with that one.
All right. Yeah. A 6-year-old goes to the hospital. 6-year-old kid goes to the hospital with his grandma to visit his grandpa. When they get to the hospital, the kid runs ahead of his grandma and bursts into his grandpa's room. And he says, Grandpa, as soon as grandma comes in the room, make a noise like a frog." Grandpa says, "What?" Kid says, "Make a noise like a frog because grandma said, as soon as you croak, we're going to Disneyland."
Oh, jeez.
Come on, now that wasn't too bad, was it?
Maybe it was. I like
Man,
that.
I'm trying.
I like the second one a lot better. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, next week, a lot better stuff. I promise next week, they might be X-rated or R-rated, but they will be. We'll have some material next week.
You heard him, folks. He promised a better set of jokes.
Better selection next week, for sure. All right. Very well. Are we ready for Tribond? Tribond, this is from last week, and Richard already gave the answer last week. The 3 words last week, and this is how the thing works. We give you 3 words. You got to come up with 1 word that works with the 3. The answer must match mine. The 3 words last week were cloth, soup, blue. Again, cloth, soup, blue. What did you say, Richard?
Cheese.
Cheese is right. Cheesecloth, cheese soup, and blue cheese. Here we go. This one, and I bet you get this one too, because this is simple. I mean, I'm thinking a 3-legged dog with an eye patch and no tail could get this one. 3 words, you got to come up with 1 word that works with the 3. The 3 words today: back, hot, stop.
Back,
hot, stop.
Stop.
Hey,
are we talking about like backing up a vehicle or your back?
I'm not sure. Anyway, hell, why didn't you give them to me one more time? All right. Sit back there, little Bucky. Oh, okay. The 3 words: back, hot, stop. I think I might have it. Shut up. Back, hot, stop. Okay, those are the 3 words. We'll give you 7 days to think about it and come back next week, October the 9th? 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. Yeah, the 9th, next Monday. We'll come back and we will give you the answer if you don't have it already. Okay. All right. I guess we got to wrap this thing up with 2 tough trivia.
That's a good guess, my friend. Here you go. Who were the first passengers in the first hot air balloon flight?
My guess was somebody of royalty from England. Mm-hmm. And Richard, what was your guess?
An animal.
An animal.
But I think I'm wrong.
An animal would have really been a good guess because that's what we used with the space capsule years ago. A monkey, I think they sent up, didn't they?
Yeah, they sent a
monkey
dog.
Or a chimp, or something.
Dog.
They all ended up dead.
I think all ended up dead. It just uninformed. We couldn't talk to them to find out what was going on. An animal.
An animal.
Animals. They sent up a sheep.
A sheep.
A duck. And a rooster.
That's an interesting.
And the king wanted to make sure that it was safe. And
the king. See, I was close.
You were close.
And I was going to throw in a bonus question, which was how long was the first hot air balloon trip, and how long did it take?
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
That's I remember saying that.
Oh yeah, you did tell us. That's right.
And everybody, oh wow, look at Richard's done it. Yeah, well, we talked about this ahead of time, folks. And how far did it go?
2 miles.
Look at him.
2 miles is what I was going to say. Yeah. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Well, actually, out of my mouth. We talked about this also. Folks, before you go ahead and look at these guys with some type of reverence, they knew the answers ahead of time.
Very true.
I did get the animal right.
Well, yeah, you did get that right.
Yeah, you did get the animal.
No way I was going to guess
a sheep. And then a duck.
That's right.
And what was the other?
A rooster.
Oh, I can't do a rooster.
Your sheep was really good.
Yeah, I was just trying to find out why in the world.
Ron.
Don't make me pull your fur. At any rate, that was
so
a
they
good
sent
one.
3 animals in one basket up in that hot air balloon.
Yeah, well, the king at
were
that
they all
particular
friendly
time-
with one another? The rooster, the chicken, or the rooster, the duck, and the sheep. Were they all?
Roosters are kind of spunky.
They can get kind of picky and pecky.
Well, no, I don't think they just put them in there and said, okay. I get the idea that they were in some type of cage or they were secured inside that balloon rather than just throw them in there and let them have it.
A lot of time, a rooster will have more angst and be more aggressive the bigger his pecker, and so you got to watch out for that. You know, they tend to attack. I've been around chickens and roosters, and boy, I'll tell you what, that damn rooster will come on and start packing on your leg, your foot.
That's
I've been out on the farm.
That's when you give them the shoe.
Yeah. But boy, they get. You know what? It's funny you do that.
You get the
they come right back at you.
That's when you give them the other shoe.
That's when you give them the vegetable oil.
Yeah.
Butcher knife.
You start to make some cornbread or some dressing. We're gonna have
That's when you call Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, geez.
All right.
But you think about it. You were absolutely right, Jack. When it seems like every bit of flight or first exercise with danger. You always put an animal in there first,
right?
Before we don't ask the animals how they feel, anything like that. We just devalue them to the point that we don't care that they might die.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a sad way to go.
I think it's real sad, man. What if somebody valued us like that, devalued us where they didn't care whether we lived or died?
I think most people are that way.
Thank you very much.
Don't think most of them care.
Yeah,
all right, we got to wrap this thing up.
Brother.
We got to say thanks to Flash Hauler, great company, great organization. They're changing the moving industry altogether. They are the game changers in the moving industry. Their service providers will do it all. You need furniture moved from one room to another, they can do that. You need a washer, dryer, a sofa, ottoman, or whatever moved from one residence to another or one office to another, they can do that. They've also teamed up with a place called Mom and Dad's House.
That's right. For all you senior citizens, maybe you want to downsize. The kids have all left now, or you kicked them out, whatever the case may be. Or maybe you want to move to senior living where you can hang around some folks your own age. You can share some of the same ideas. And do you need to sell your house first? Hey, Mom and Dad's House will take care of that. Headaches of moving, too much stuff, huh? All that stuff you get crowded in there, they can handle that too. And if you're worried about making repairs before selling your house, Mom and Dad's House can go ahead and handle that situation as well. Go ahead and give them a call. They are, of course, affiliated with Flash Hauler.
Okay, and Flash Hauler, it's Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR.com. And remember, too, many times you buy something at a big box store, and they say it's going to be a week before they can deliver it. Flash Hauler has drivers all over the city, all over the state, and probably within a couple hours can be there, pick it up, and bring it to you. So go to Flash Hauler, FLASHOLR.com. We got to get out of here. Remember, by the way, we got to thank Othello's Italian Restaurant. That's where we do the show from every day or every Monday up here in Edmond. And, of course, they have another restaurant down there on Campus Corner in Norman, so visit them on game day or any day. All right, we get out of here. We're going to make way to just move on. And remember, when you go out to do what you do it like Jack and Ron, like we do. Be the best at what you do. Give it 110, 120, 130% effort. By God, like Jack and Ron, go out there, give it hell.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Good day.